Deepak survives the stormy waves for 14 days before drifting onto an island.
No. Man overboard! Press the alarm! Man overboard!
Mayday!
Mayday! Man overboard! Mayday!
Take me to land. Understand? The nearest land.
We now begin episode 3. It is just a few minutes. Stay with me, please, during this episode. When I was very little, I would disappear. I wandered off to discover how butterflies were created. I had climbed up trees to return little birds back into their nest. I went off to discover how calf knew where to suckle. When I grew older, I traveled with a village child who I had found alone in a forest back to his village. And then one day, I learned how to ride a horse. I became quite a handful for my mother, the Queen's niece, and for the noblemen who served under her. They would report to my mother, "My lady, she has departed the premises of the palace." My adventure began with my best friend and confidante during my childhood, my grandmother. Let me give you a visual display of how my life of fun and adventure began, and how I found the love of my life, the prince.
My child, you have a fire in you. Let me tell you your destiny. You shall marry either a Nawab or a king in India.
How would I recognize my husband?
His garden would have peacocks like these, and you would help him with your magic, and you shall fly seated on a cotton carpet.
Carpets do not fly.
Oh, they do. They fly high into the sky, above the clouds, through the ocean waters, and hand in hand with the birds.
When I am older, I shall go to India to marry a rich Nawab or a king, and the rich Nawab or king would have cotton carpets.
Huh?
Absolutely no. You are forbidden from going to India. Magic carpets are a bunch of nonsense.
Good morning, my lady.
Good morning to you too, Mr. Stevenson. Is it said that one may voyage to the Indies by ship?
Aye, your highness. One may sail to India, yet no vessel shall bear a royal passenger unless a royal edict be granted. The captain must hold the Queen's own stamp, else no harbour master will permit passage.
And if one seeks shelter or protection in those distant lands, where might such favour be found?
Your highness, the Queen must dispatch a letter of goodwill to a trading partner before the individual departs for the Indies. There is the Nawab of Bunsuribad, a noble lord whose kingdom is famed for wondrous marvels, flying carpets, and the ancient magic of the rising rope.
He keeps cordial trade with England and honours the Queen's word. And Mr. Stevenson, if a young royal were to request that you accompany her to the distant lands of the Indies, would you agree to guide her and keep her safe on such an adventure?
Early morning, missus.
Good morning to you, Mr. Thompson.
And where is Mrs. going at such an early hour, if I may ask?
Oh, Mr. Thompson, I am going to the port to travel in a ship to India and marry a Nawab or a king.
Now that is exactly where I thought you would be headed. Get back a flying carpet for me from India, will you?
You may come out of your hiding, Mr. Stevenson. Do not worry so, Mr. Stevenson. You shall accompany me to India and back, and I rely on your steadiness. Gather your composure, Attacked. We have a long road ahead.
Your ladyship, forgive the intrusion. It is young Lady Aurelia, your daughter. She has
Departed at this hour.
Where?
She left in the royal carriage, my lady, bound for the port.
The guards say she carried a sealed document bearing the royal stamp.
The royal stamp? She used that? Yes, my lady.
She presented it to the captain of the king's ship. He accepted it without question. That girl has made us lose face. How shall we explain this to the Queen now? And how shall we protect her from the consequences of such folly? Send out a team at once. If the ship has not yet left the outer waters, you will stop it. If it has already sailed, then you will board it at the next port where they halt to buy provisions. You, Sir Edmund Harrowby, shall lead the team. Is that understood?
At once, my lady.
Bring her back safely before the Queen learns what she has done. Quickly, press on the like button and follow button. And see the next episode. We shall now move to episode 4. Hope to see you. Hope to see you.